Alright guys, in today's video, I am learning how to never run out of things to say. Let's get started with this video.
We've all been there. You meet someone new, or someone you kind of know. You start
I've
with
actually never met someone new before in my entire life. Everybody I know currently, I've met from birth, and I've never met anybody new. I don't run into anybody new because nobody else exists outside of my small little bubble. I'm unique, and none of you are real. None of you are real. Y'all are just creations I've got in my head because actually I've got schizophrenia. I'm clinically insane and I should be institutionalized. Just kidding. I'm completely normal and I have always been. Not because I realize that bit might get me in trouble later. I'm not gonna continue with that bit. I'm just gonna watch this video.
the basics. Hey, how are you? What do you do? Which team are you in? After a few exchanges,
What? Let's just start over.
we've all been there. You meet someone new, or someone you kind of know. You start with the basics. Hey, how are you? What do you do? Which team are you in? After
That third one, there's a lot of context needed for that one. To ask someone, which team are you in? Imagine walking up to some random person, hey man, which team are you in? I'm liking this. I can imagine that. That's actually really. I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna walk up to some random person. Which team are you in? If I ever get famous, I want one of y'all to walk up to me instead of being like, "Oh, it's nice to see you, Dylan," or "Fuck you, Dylan," or something like that. Dylan, what team are you on? I'm like, what? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Where's my cursor?
a few exchanges, silence. That long, awkward pause that makes both of you want to check your phone. I've been there too, not just at work, but at weddings, parties, and random social events. Talking to a distant cousin you barely remember, or a stranger at a bar you'll probably never see again. But what if you could talk to anyone, confidently, naturally, and never run out of things to say? Most of us struggle because of one thing: social anxiety.
Oh, I had a joke in my head, but I forgot what I was gonna say. What the?
Some people feel it lightly, others more deeply. And I've definitely been on the advanced level. No cheat codes,
No,
just
I'm upset now because of that. I'm upset now because I had a bit in my head that I wanted to go through with. And I was like, oh, it's because there's something, and I'm like, then it just like went blank. So I guess they're stupid. Like me, I'm stupid. Apparently, I just can't remember stuff.
awkward trial and error. Over time, I realized I wasn't broken or antisocial, I was just untrained. Being good at conversations isn't about being confident, it's about skill.
Being good at a conversation is really just practice, man. Practice makes perfect. You gotta really just talk to people. Um, this is gonna sound weird, but the better you can talk just by yourself, the better you'll be at talking with people. Because let's say like right now, I'm talking to myself right now. There's nobody in here. I'm talking to this camera. I can act like I'm talking to y'all, but realistically, I'm talking to myself. Um, I'm really just vocalizing. Actually, no, I'm not vocalizing what I'm thinking in my head because what I'm thinking in my head is thoughts to myself, and I'm having to talk to someone. All right, I just went on a completely different rant. Um, but essentially, I'm talking to myself right now. I've got no feedback. So the better you are at talking out loud, like to nobody, the like better you will be at talking with someone that's actually able to provide feedback and something to bounce off of. Because like if you can talk to yourself like this, like I'm doing right now, it'll be so much easier to talk to someone that's actually able to carry on a conversation with you because you have something to go with, and it'll just be so much easier. I know I'm just saying the same thing over and over again.
And like any other skill, from playing an instrument to writing well, it can be learned. After years of observation, failure, and practice, I found that there are only 3 things you really need to speak to anyone naturally, and you can start using them right away.
Really?
1. Ask intentional questions. Imagine someone says,
Ooh, I got this. I got this. Intentional question. What do you intend on doing today, random person? I intend on having a conversation with you about intentional stuff. And I'm going to be very intentional with my intentions to you. In fact, I want you to know what my intentions are. And my intentions is to have a good conversation with you because I care about you and I think you're a good person.
I went golfing over the weekend. You can either respond with, oh, that's cool, and stare into the void, or you can ask follow-up questions like, where do you usually play? How long have you been playing? Do you play competitively? Even if you don't,
One thing that he didn't include, you could actually do both. You'd be like, oh, that's cool, man. Where do you golf at? Or stuff like that. You can add on to it. I really don't like people that suck at having conversations. Well, actually, that was a bad way to phrase it. I have trouble talking to people that suck at um having conversations because they just they need to watch this video. Um, because it's like talking to a wall.
do you play competitively? Even if you don't care about golf, this shows genuine interest, or at least creates the feeling of interest. It also keeps the conversation alive and gives you control to guide it wherever you want. Because when you think about it,
I don't really care about
every
control.
conversation is just a chain of questions and answers. And the person asking the questions is usually the one in control.
I did not think of it like that. It really is just you asking something and someone answering it. Oh my gosh. Hey man, how's your day going? My day's going pretty well. How's yours? How have I not noticed this? What?
The key is asking the right questions, which brings us to the second part. 2. Listen more than you speak. Most people believe that to be good at talking,
Yeah, you can. A lot of the conversations people have, they really just want you to listen to them. They don't want you to input. They just want you to. They just want to yap and you listen to what they have to say. And sometimes like it might sometimes it's good to ask, hey, do you want me to listen or do you want me to actually like try to help solve this too? Like whenever someone's complaining to you about something, I've done this too. I've sat with someone before and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna yap and I just want you to listen. I don't really want feedback about this. Sometimes people just like to complain.
you just need to talk more. But the opposite is true. If you want to get better at conversations, you need to listen more. Not the fake kind of listening where you're just waiting for your turn to talk, but active listening. That means paying full attention, not preparing your next line in your head. Because when you do that, you often miss the point completely and end up saying something random or off topic. Active listening gives you real material to work with. You'll pick up details, emotions, or small clues that lead to better follow-up questions. That's how you keep the flow going, not through clever lines, but through genuine attention. There's a quote that
Mm.
sums this up perfectly. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply.
Mm. Oh, I do that all the time. I'm so bad with names. Like, someone will tell me their name, and I'll have to ask them like 3 more times before I can even begin to start remembering it. And that's just for that day. I'll forget their name the next day if I don't interact with them ever again. If I hardly interact with them, it's because the whole time, whenever I meet someone, and they're like, "Hey, my name," I'm like the whole time I'm just reciting in my head what I'm about to say. Like they're like, "Hey, my name's so so." Oh, my name's Dylan, and stuff like that. And it's just like so I'm so focused on thinking about, "Hey, my name's this and this," so I don't mess it up that I'm not even listening to their name.
Don't be that person. The world has enough of them already. 3. Find common ground. This is where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
We connect fastest with people who share our interests, experiences, or values. Sometimes it's obvious. You both love the same sport, same music, or same food. Other times, it takes some digging. But if you ask the right questions and pay attention, you'll find something that clicks. Once you find that shared point, steer the conversation there. Suddenly, it stops feeling like effort. It becomes natural, fluid, and even fun. Now, let's be honest. Not every conversation.
Some of the best conversations I've had are about common interests. I'm in a fraternity, and I would, whenever I was inactive, I would go to other schools, and one of my schools, one of those schools was getting a chapter put there, and I would meet brothers from all over the place because it's not like an often thing where you get to be at like at one of those events where like they're turning into brothers, and um it's it's really cool talking to them, seeing what it's like at their chapters, at their schools, and them as in the other people from around the place. Um, and really cool seeing what it's like at their chapters, their schools, and just learning how it is there. Because my school was a smaller chapter, and it's really like interesting hearing what people are able to do at bigger schools um, that have more Greek life. So like, there's more ideas to do different stuff. Like I feel like our school just does the same things, and it's I don't know. It's always really fun to talk to someone about your niche interest. And I know this sounds stupid. I sound like I'm saying something that's just like everybody already knows, but like you'd be surprised like by how much easier it is to talk about something you want to talk about and them also wanting to talk about it than it is to you or them talking about something y'all want to talk about and the other person not really being interested. It's like a huge like difference mentally.
Will flow perfectly. Some will still hit dead ends. There will be awkward pauses and silent moments. That's okay. Silence isn't failure, it's just space. Learn to be comfortable with it, and it'll stop feeling like pressure. The truth is, good conversations aren't about charm or confidence. They're about curiosity, patience, and presence. If you apply these three methods, asking intentional questions, listening actively, and finding common ground, you'll never truly run out of things to say.
Mm.
And over time, you'll realize the goal isn't to be interesting, it's to be genuinely interested. Every
I like that video a lot. I feel like it's a very fruitful video. I hope y'all liked it too. This channel is smartest stuff. Check this guy out. I'll link him in the description with the video title. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.